For too long now, fishing shows have been dull and boring. Well, that was until Hook, Line and Sinker put the stupid back into fishing. Call it your fishing renaissance. We're putting in what everyone else leaves out. So sit back and relax as Nick and Andrew take you on a warts and all fishing trip of a lifetime. 6 states in 12 weeks, a fishing rod and a 95 Commodore, the only thing between them and disaster. This is Hook, Line and Sinker's Road Trip Australia.
Have a look at that. That's some sort of trevally, probably a turrum.
That's a good fish. Cobia. Are you awake yet, Nick?
Hello everyone, welcome to Hook, Line and Sinker's Road Trip Australia. Andrew, today, be alert, but don't be alarmed. This is the national capital of Canberra.
This is Parliament House behind us, Nick. The police have already moved us off the ground.
Yes.
Then the gardener put his sprinklers on us. I think they're going to put the hounds on us next. But we're here to go fishing.
Yes, indeed we are. There is a species of fish in Canberra, Lake Burley Griffin, called the mud marlin.
Yes.
Sounds exotic. It's not.
No.
It's in fact a carp, but we're going to go and catch one.
We are.
I'm newly elected to Parliament here in Canberra.
Yeah, so am I.
I'm here on business.
So am I. I'm going to catch a mud marlin, and then I'm going to go to Fishwick.
I have a committee meeting.
Canberra is where politicians from all over the rest of the country come to have expensive lunches.
It was made capital of Australia in 1908 as part of an elaborate practical joke.
Yank architect Walter Burley Griffin designed the city and should be given a swift kick in the jewels for his efforts.
Lake Burley Griffin, folks, in the centre of Canberra. Nick, a beautiful spot.
A beautiful spot, Andrew. Yes, you've got all the embassies and important people making important decisions, and a big spout up there, which is very nice.
A lot of people bag Canberra when they come here.
Yeah, they do.
People not from Canberra.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's a funny place, Canberra. It has to be said. It's
not funny, ha-ha.
No, it's a funny place. However, this is, as you said, Lake Burley Griffin, and in here there are carp, we understand, and obviously we're burleying up, Andrew.
We've got some bread. We've struck our first problem for the day.
Yes.
The locals said, get some corn. So we went to the shop and we brought some corn, but as you can see, it's cream corn. I'm not going to say who bought it, and getting that on your hook is going to be difficult. Nick.
Ah, don't do that.
This is nice. It's lovely. It's a rat. A rat. It's nice, isn't it? Fishing with rats. I like it.
Not having a lot of luck with the fish here at Canberra, it'd have to be said, Andrew. We've moved from Lake Burley Griffin, which was a bit ducky.
It was a bit scummy, a bit stagnant, a bit ratty.
Too many rats.
Yeah, it was horrible.
And come to a little river here, and we thought, oh, we'll catch something for sure here, but we haven't.
It's a bit ducky as well.
We've also got to go down to a little place south of here called Merimbula, and that's
Merimbula, Nick. It's a fishing heaven, thank goodness.
3-hour drive.
As opposed to Canberra,
which might be fishing hell.
Come on, don't marry it. Throw it here. Ow.
Carp fishing in Canberra is supposedly dead easy. Pick a spot, burley up some bread and wait.
We think staying at home in front of the TV with a beer is a worthwhile alternative.
When you take on a road trip like this, Nick, you've got to roll with the punches a bit.
Yeah.
You've got to, fix a problem along the way.
That's exactly right. A Commodore, as you would well know, a 94.5 Commodore is a sports car, and as such doesn't have a lot of luggage space. And what we've found is that we're on the road and we've got cameras and cases. We both pack big cases like that. We've run out of room.
Yeah.
The car is full to overflow.
We're downsizing a bit, and it's a good thing too.
Bags,
nice
soft bags from the bag man, $30.
Nice bags.
Yeah.
Just going through what we need to take.
Actually, Yeah, show
Yeah.
those.
Well, all our undies are like this. See, these were wet about 5
No one
days
wants
ago.
to see 'em.
And,
Yeah.
well, I don't want to pack them, so I'm just going to sort of
Look at that. 7
throw
pairs
them away.
of undies for $10. Cost you more to wash them.
You could just wear a new pair of undies every day for the rest of your life. It only costs you, what, $1.20 a day. Never have to do the washing. I love it.
Something in there. Coming up after the break, back to the coast and the promise of some glamour game fish species at beautiful Merimbula.
This is more like it, Nick. This is more what we're used to out on the high seas chasing the monsters.
That's exactly right, Andrew. Canberra is but a memory
Thank
for us
goodness.
now, and we couldn't catch a carp, so we've come out to catch a marlin.
Yep.
Yeah.
It makes sense, doesn't it? We couldn't catch one of the dumbest, most stupid animals in the
Ugly.
entire world. So we've thought, well, we might as well target one of the more hard to catch species.
Yes. But this is the picture postcard town of Merimbula on the southern New South Wales coast, and it is just a beautiful little place. We've got a lovely day out here and towing a few of those about.
Pulling plastic, Nick, and our target species today is marlin.
Target species. At this stage, we'd take a carp, but we're hoping for a marlin.
All right, our guide for the day is this man, Bill Canberra, mate. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Pleased to be here, mate.
Now, you have fished these waters for a lot of years now. You know them like the back of your hand.
Well, that's correct. You know, you learn so much, and you listen to the professional fishermen out of Eden and Bermagui, and if you listen to what they say, you learn a lot, and you pick up a lot of things out here yourself.
Now, Merimbula, not a bad spot for this sort of fishing.
It's very, very good. There's a great Australian current that runs to the south, comes past here out between the 40 and 100 fathom line,
Yep.
and a lot of good fish come down in that water.
Okay, now our game plan today, we've just found some nice blue water, a few birds hovering around, and we're trolling.
Yeah, correct. We're just going to troll through the birds. They'll know there's bait fish down below, and if there's bait fish down below, the predators are there to look after them. And we're there hopefully to get the predators.
What are our chances? I mean, really, we couldn't catch a carp in Canberra. What are our chances of catching a marlin?
I don't think you should be fishing for carp in Canberra, mate. You should be after a politician. But however, I think a better chance here than a carp.
All right, well, let's see how we go. I don't think we should be in Canberra.
That's correct.
Well, we have turned our first reel here at Merimbula, Andrew.
You haven't, Nick. You haven't done anything.
I beg your pardon?
You were asleep
right, yes,
in
I'm
there while we are up on the flybridge looking around for things, and we saw some bait splashing about.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did.
No,
It's just rubbish.
And what were you doing?
Well, I'm down here on strike.
You're unbelievable.
I'm ready to go, pal.
You're unbelievable.
All right.
We saw some bait jumping and
Don't
splashing.
pretend you saw anything. You're up there. You would have been asleep. But anyway, this is a good sign because we've been going for a little bit now. Oh,
You lost him, didn't you?
lost him, pulled the hook.
Going back to sleep now, are you?
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah, right.
Whoa! That's
What
a
got
mako.
onto this?
Isn't it?
That's a mako, yeah.
it might be around this.
All right. Now we have just driven through a
Just get
patch
the boat
of
going very slowly forward.
little tuna, Hardy, I think.
Little tuna, Nick, that's all happening here.
It is all happening a little bit, and then
Oh, there's tuna here on
one of the big rods went off. Yeah, we've been going for a little while.
Now that's a very, very, very good sign. A very good sign.
Good Lord, look at this.
Oh, yours might have just got eaten. There was a big mako harassing some of the little tuna. And
If that's a little tuna, it's a pretty good one.
oh no, this is a good sign. This is where we got the other
Tell us
strike.
why this is a good sign, Andrew.
Because, Nick,
Tell me
if
why.
I was a marlin, look at that, that's one bite. They're a fierce fish, the marlin. That's why it's a good sign, Nick.
All right.
Now, this is the same spot where we had that other hooker,
Yeah.
but there's so much current out here that we drifted so far away that it's taken us another 20 minutes just to troll back up here. It's raging out here. Warm water, it's a good sign. Good
Surface activity over there too.
Fish jumping, we'll be in here. One of those big lures will go off very shortly.
All right, Hardy, now, as much as I enjoyed your little stripey or whatever he was,
Yes, Nick.
this,
Yes, your fish didn't get eaten by a mako.
no, it
at
did
all.
not get eaten by a mako shark.
It's a baby yellowfin.
Oh, wind him up a bit higher.
Oh,
You've
Nick,
got him.
Only a little bloke.
Bring him in
Only
the boat.
a little
Bring him in the
bloke.
boat.
But I don't know why you're talking him down, because
Oh,
that's very good. That's a very good thing for us to be catching out here, the yellowfin tuna. Look at that.
Little
and just-
juvenile yellowfin. You can see his yellow fins, interestingly enough. That's why they call them the yellowfin. Nick,
There
it
is-
actually matches your shirt.
My shirt, Andrew, is 100% yellow. But these fish obviously get quite considerably bigger than that, but we'll take that as a start for our Merimbula offshore fishing adventure. A little stripey and a yellowfin, and there's some surface activity, and it's all just starting to get going a little bit here.
Let's get back up there, skipper.
Righto, let's go, Skips.
All right, folks, let's chat about fishing tackle now on Hook, Line and Sinker's Road Trip Australia. This is Michael Bell. He's the International Sales and Marketing Manager from Wilson, Australia, mate. Welcome to the show.
It's great to be here, thanks Andrew.
You look excited. Now, let's talk about braid line and your new braid.
Yep, we only just brought this one out.
Yep.
It's 100% Dyneema, zero stretch, great abrasion resistance. It's a very nice braid to use.
Mate, I guess in the past few years, braid has become a must for every fisherman.
Well, especially in soft plastics where you've got to have direct contact with your lure at all times, a braid makes all the difference.
Now, when you're talking about a soft plastics braid and quite often a lighter braid,
Yeah.
this stuff is good because it's easy to use.
Well, it's so thin, it goes down to 4 pound, it's ultra supple, very nice to cast.
Now, also in the TX range, though, are the heavier lines.
They go up to 80 pound, they're also available in 2 colours.
TX braid, folks, ask for it by name.
Australia's big things, brought to you by Southern Cross Telco. The next big thing for all your home and business communication needs.
Well, some things are difficult to put into words, and Andrew, it's hard to describe the majesty and the scale and the awe of that thing.
It's enough to make a New Zealander's mouth water. It is Goulburn's big ram.
Yes, it is. Goulburn was sort of going out of business until they built this, but it is very impressive on a number of counts, and here's how it rates in our big things ranking.
At a very healthy 15 metres high and almost 20 metres long, the Goulburn Merino is about as big things get here in Australia. Impressive 8 out of 10.
He's pretty damn good in the accuracy stakes as well. A full, tightly packed fleece, noble, wrinkly nose, a masterpiece in chicken wire and concrete, 8.
And very good marks for value adding. A 2-storey gift shop is contained inside the sheep's guts, and you can even view Goulburn through one of its evil glassy eyes, 9 out of 10.
That's a total of 25 for the Big Merino, and it goes to the top of our list. The Big Banana in Queensland's Ned Kelly are tied for second on 21 points, with Rocky's Big Bull languishing on 17.
At Southern Cross Telco and Mobile, it's all about keeping it simple. No fine print, no gimmicks, no contracts, no worries.
Now, it's just starting to happen. You may notice these little rods. These are obviously not our marlin rods. The marlin rods are in the outriggers with the bigger lures. And marlin fishing can be, and quite often is, one of the most boring forms of fishing you will ever do.
Is that there's a great romance involved with the thought of marlin fishing, Andrew, but the reality is often a lot of sitting around, in my case, laying around, sleeping,
Yes.
that sort of thing. It's one of those things, you've got to make a decision about marlin fishing, or if you're coming out on a charter and you want to catch a marlin, you've got to be prepared to put in the time on the water. Now, how's this fish going? I mean, this is obviously good that we're catching these tuna, because
Well,
that's
that's what I was saying. The way to make the time pass
Yeah.
is dangle a little lure out in the wash.
yeah.
And you'll catch the odd fish, you'll catch the odd stripey, and like we saw, the odd yellow fin and whatever else. You just hope that the marlin doesn't come and
Pick that
knock
one
off
up.
this small lure. But no, it does make the time pass. This fish is going all right. It had a couple of good runs early.
Now, are you hopeful here of a yellow fin?
I'm hopeful, Nick. I'm always hopeful. But I'm not going to call this fish.
All right. I'm hopeful for you too,
Thanks.
because it's been too long now, the yellow fin drought.
I know.
Maybe you need a yellow shirt.
Maybe I do. I think I'd look good in a yellow shirt. You do. Flying tuna.
Flying tuna, stripy.
Stripy tuna. Come on, you big fish. Come on.
Righto, Bill, well, we've got you away from the steering wheel and onto the rod, mate.
It's made us a big change for me to having a fish. It's delightful. Instead of looking after people, you're looking after me. Let me have a go.
Exactly right, mate. No, we try and look after everybody. But Merimbula is a pretty good place to fish.
It is. It is.
We were just talking then about Bill's best day ever, and that was 28 hookups on marlin. Andrew, you've been asleep, have you, mate?
No, mate. I've been, looking out for marlin.
Have you?
Looking for activity.
What have you seen?
Good fish.
Perfect
Fish.
marlin bait, that one. Perfect marlin bait.
Marlin bait. All the signs are here, Bill.
The signs are very good. Another one coming in. Excellent bait.
There you go, little fish. But there is the old adage, Andrew, isn't there?
What's that, Nick?
Well, where there are little fish,
There's more little fish.
there are many, many more little fish.
We never did catch that Merimbula big fish. Funny that. Never mind. Bill Deverell's Fish Pen Charters is a fabulous way to explore the Sapphire Coast. From a full day's game fishing to half a day in close, give them a call on 0416 048 579.
And we stayed at the beautifully appointed Robin's Nest Guest House with all the comforts you could hope for in a 4.5-star resort. Pool, tennis court, the list goes on. Phone 02 6495 4956 to make your reservation today. Coming up after the break, we head west to the mighty Murray River to chase the ever-elusive carp. All right, welcome back to Hook, Line and Sinker's Road Trip Australia. If you're watching earlier in the program, we were in Canberra and then we moved on to Merimbula. But when we were in Canberra, we were trying to catch carp, Andrew, and it didn't go that well,
Not
to be
that
honest.
well, Nick, no.
No, we didn't catch one.
No.
And carp are supposedly Australia's most stupid and easy to catch fish.
Correct. I mean, I can understand not catching a marlin.
Yep.
Because going to a spot, having a day to catch a marlin is hit and miss.
Yes, it is.
And quite often we miss.
Yes, quite often.
We missed this particular time.
Again, yep.
Again.
So what we've done is driven a long way to outback New South Wales. This is in fact the Murray River, or a little tributary of it. And we're here to catch a carp.
Heaps of carp here.
Yeah, heaps. Heaps. None in Canberra, none in Lake Burley Griffin, a few rats,
Yeah.
no carp.
Yeah. This is nice here though.
We are determined to show you a carp today. Determined, before this program ends.
I hope we catch one soon.
Really soon. Oh, Hardy! Hardy! Mud marlin! Mud marlin!
How do you know it's a mud
Well, I
marlin?
don't know. I've got no idea.
Get out of the
weed. Get out of the weed, you evil little thing. You awful, horrible.
Oh, he's done you. You lost him.
Oh, man.
You got beaten up by a carp.
Did you see that carp go, butt?
Oh, you got beaten up by a carp.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, you fell down. Are you all right?
Yeah, no, I just
That's
fell.
all bushes. Don't get bitten by snakes
Don't.
in the carp country. No. Always got to have your wits about you when you're out the Murray, out the bush here, Andrew. This, I suspect, as I've long believed, conclusive evidence of bunyips.
Is this a small bunyip or is it, in fact, a bunyip's prey?
No, I believe that is a... Oh, look. Here's...
Some more evidence. I don't want to touch it.
No.
Just get it off to the lab.
You'll get bunyip scent on you.
And then the bunyips will come from all over tonight.
And eat you. Look at that. Small bunyip.
Bunyip has ripped that apart.
Probably a 3-year-old bunyip.
Been bitten in half by his bigger bunyip.
You can
father.
tell that carp fishing's pretty engaging. Bunyips eat their own young, do they?
Yeah, it's a well-known fact. And then their favourite prey, though, is the giant black cats that also inhabit this area. Haven't you seen them?
Pumas.
Yeah, that's what they are. Whew, carp fishing, eh? Oh, we're on. We're on. Not a big carp.
Oh, heart.
Not a big
Heart
carp.
carp, man.
Went to the float technique, Nick.
Yeah, no, good thinking, mate. Good
And,
thinking.
this thing is horrible.
Always got to be thinking when you're carp fishing.
Oh, wait until you see how horrid this is. Now, hop down there, net him. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. They're like a...
Look, the carp that I hooked was a good fish and went quite well, and I was sort of becoming a carp convert, if you like. This is not a very good fish that Andrew's caught.
Oh, yuck. I mean, nice. Look at that.
Yeah, God, they are lovely, aren't they?
Look at that.
Aren't they a lovely fish?
So we've driven a long way for this fish.
Yep.
It's a really a rewarding fish.
Absolutely.
You know, when you put the effort in, Nick.
Look, Andrew, we're being a bit facetious about carp because...
No, we're not.
No, we're not. We're not being facetious at all, but people do come and fish for them, and they are a legitimate capture here in some of the freshwater waterways. But boy, apparently if you bury them, they stink for years. Good eating though, good eating. I'm going to catch one now. A big one though, really big one. Well done, Hardy.
Thanks.
So there you go, not really worth the drive, but we did prove a point. Carp are ugly and stupid. The Murray River is brim full of the things put on a worm and knock yourself out.
A magnificent fishing option, the carp. I really enjoyed it.
Magnificent fish, magnificent fishery. But we've got bigger fish to fry, quite literally, folks. We've got a long drive and then we're catching a boat.
We're catching a boat. We're going to Tasmania next.
Yep, next week is all about the Apple Isle. Here's a little sneak peek. We get our tails whipped by the wily rainbow trout of the rugged west coast, then on to Hobart to tackle the biggest, baddest brim anywhere in the country. Hook, line and sinkers, Road Trip Australia.